from a cow. Well, Gracie Perkle wondered those same things. Mommy, Gracie asked one afternoon, what's that stuff Daddy drinks? You mean coffee, sweetie? Not coffee. Eek. That other stuff is yellow and looks like pee-pee. Gracie, you said pee-pee. Well, when I'm talking about potty time, I might, but I don't say it about somebody's beverage. Gracie giggled. Her mother, who was busy loading clothes in the washer, suggested without looking up, I believe, dear, you're talking about beer. Well, there's some banter here between mother and daughter on the subject, and finally, Mrs. Perkle paused in her work to stare out the laundry room window. The clouds themselves looked like a big pile of dirty laundry. That was not unusual because, you see, the Perkle family lived in Seattle. Do you know about drizzle? That thin, soft rain that could be mistaken for a mean case of witch measles? Seattle is the world headquarters of drizzle. And in autumn, it leaves a damp gray rash on everything, as though the city were a baby that had been left too long in a wet diaper and then rolled in newspaper. When there is also a biting wind, as there was this day, Seattle people sometimes feel like they're trapped in a bad Chinese restaurant. One of those drafty, cheaply lit places where the waiters are gruff, the noodles soggy, the walls a little too green, and although there's a mysterious poem inside every fortune cookie, tea is invariably spilt on your best sweater. Mrs. Perkle must have been feeling that way, for she sighed at the limp pork dumplings, or were they wadded Pampers, in the sky and said to Gracie, if you want to know about beer, you should go ask your father. Never mind that she was wearing fluffy, fuzzy bunny slippers, Gracie still tiptoed into the den. Her daddy was watching football on their new flat plasma screen, and if the University of Washington was losing again, he'd be in a grumpy mood. Uh-oh, she overheard a naughty word. UW was losing. Gracie was relieved, however, when she noticed that Uncle Mo had dropped by to watch the game, and, of course, to mooch a few beers from her dad. Uncle Mo didn't take sports very seriously. He called himself a philosopher, if you know what that is. He'd graduated from about a dozen colleges, seldom ever seemed to work, and had traveled just about every place a person could go without getting his head chopped off. Mrs. Perkle said he was a nut job, but Gracie liked him. It didn't bother her that he had a face like a sink full of last night's dinner dishes, or that his mustache resembled a dead sparrow. Timidly, Gracie tapped Mr. Perkle on the elbow. Her voice was shy and squeaky when she asked, Daddy, can I taste your beer? No way, her father snorted over his shoulder. His eyes never left the screen. Beer's for grown-ups. Gracie turned toward Uncle Mo, who grinned and beckoned her over, as she had suspected he might. Uncle Mo extended his can, and just like that, behind her daddy's back, little Gracie Perkle took her first sip of beer.